Hi guys, Thomas and Friends 47 here, and today we're taking a look at the Thomas and Friends Thomas Water and Coal Station set, and this is a really cool set. This is from the Thomas and Friends Motorized Road and Rail System from, I believe, 2005, 2006, so it's definitely seen some years. Here, looking at the packaging, though, I was so happy to get the box with this listing here. On the back of the packaging, you can see just how cool this looks. Not only does it give you a description of the set, shows off some of the action features, but it also shows you the different things that you could get to build your island of Sodor. Much like that picture there, very neat. That's also the Thomas and Friends Ultimate set, and I would love to review that someday here on the channel. Alright, here we can see the Thomas at the Timber Yard set, very cool, all aboard set, and of course, the Water and Coal Station set. Here's a look at the other side of the packaging. Again, just so cool. Very nostalgic for me to see these, because I remember seeing these new in box back in the day, which makes me feel old sometimes. Alright, here's the bottom of the packaging. And there we can see the barcode there, and you can see it is dated 2004. Alright, and here's everything you get inside the set. And while it's a small oval type set, it actually has a pretty good amount of pieces. Alright, let's start with assembly. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put down the water tower here. I'm actually missing a red ladder piece, but I'm not too worried about that. It looked unrealistic anyway. Then we're going to add the two street lamp pieces here and here. And with that, the coal station part is done. So now we're just going to build the oval of track, and it's just a simple oval with a few curves, as you can see here. Then we're going to add a half straight piece and a full size straight piece. And then we'll add some more curves to meet back up at the coal and water station. And there we are, fully assembled. Alright, now that we've seen the assembly, let's take a look at the individual items. First up is Thomas. Now this is a slightly different Thomas than what would have come with this set. This is just a Tomy Thomas. The original Thomas would have had, that came with this set would have had the gray running board and more painted details. You can see the buffers there have seen better days. Here's a look at the other side, which is basically the same, but that's okay. Here's a look at the back. We can see that red lining sticker, which I do like that. I wish they would bring that back. It'd be cool. Here's the bottom of the engine. Alright, and then next up is an Annie coach, and this coach is actually in very good condition, considering except for the front coupler, but I mean, other than that, not bad at all. Here's a look at the front. Here's a look at the other side. Here's a look at the back, the top, and the bottom. Alright, and then next up we'll take a look here at Clarabelle. Again, great decorations here on Clarabelle. She's in good shape, considering the age of the set here. Very nice. Here's a look at the top and the bottom. Alright, next up, let's take a look at the star of this set, the coal and water station. Now, personally, I just called this the coaling plant as a kid, but you can see there's a lot of great details here. You have this great coal hopper, the street lamps there, the water tower. It looks like something you see in the show, and it's very neat to see that in person and with your model trains. Now, with the water tower here, they've added this top compartment here, and that's so that you can have the water level there inside, and we'll show off those features in just a few minutes. Here's a look at the back of the destination. Again, just great details. I believe those little lines there are for the Tomy Kid figures, where you could stand those there. Here's a look at the top, and you can see the nice sticker work here, and it's in great condition too, to tell you the instructions on how to work the mechanisms there. Very neat. And there's that sticker on top of the water tower, again in good condition. And here's a look at the bottom of the destination. Alright, now we're going to show battery installation on these older engines. So you can see here there's a middle wheel here that you would pull down, and then you would just put the battery inside. Typically that wheel would spring back up in place, but this is an older model, so it's not really doing that. And the engine that was included with this listing actually doesn't run because it has a slipped gear there. So we're going to be using a slightly different variation. This is a Hit Toys Thomas. Let's see how it works. So first we're going to start Thomas here, and he'll go around the loop very slowly, but he moves along. I love that shot too. Alright, now we're going to press the stop lever on the destination, and this is going to cause Thomas to stop right there underneath the water tower and coal bunker. Once we flip the the lever down, we can see that it actually causes the water tower to drop and the water level inside to drop as well. Man, that's cool. Alright, now we're also going to add some coal, so we'll spin this little wheel here, and that's going to cause the coal bunker to actually drop the chute down, as we can see there, and start filling up the coal, and we can see it shaking inside the coal there on top, so it makes it look like the coal's actually moving and dropping down the chute. Very, very cool. Alright, and then once we're done, we're going to go ahead and raise the lever back up. So we'll spin the wheel in the opposite direction, and that's going to raise the little coal chute back up from the coal hopper. And then we're also going to do the same with the water tower. And you can see the water level goes back up too. Now that we've filled up our engines, it's ready for them to head on out. Alright, so this is a very, very cool destination, and it's one that I actually remember owning from when I was a kid. I have vivid memories of shopping at the Simpsonville Walmart, walking down that aisle, and seeing this destination for the first time when it was released, and it was just so cool. It looked exactly like what we saw in the show, and it was something that's such an important part to railways, right? Adding more water to the engines, adding coal to the engines, and getting them started on their day. And I even remember setting up layouts in my room all across the floor, and this destination was always very close to tin sheds, because the engines would go out from the shed to the turntable, get ready to go around, and they would go and fill up with coal and water. And it was so much fun as a kid to do that as a younger engineer, and just play around with the trains. It's also really cool to see now, even though I don't have a lot of destinations like these on my layout, because I'm more into the scale models now. It's a really cool piece, and honestly I wouldn't mind putting this on my layout. Not only do you have the moving features of the water tower and the coal loader, but it just looks so cool and looks exactly like what we got in the show. Now, there are a few things that are unrealistic, or could be quote-unquote unrealistic, like with the water tower. It is a more Americanized, but the reason they've done that is so that you can see the water levels drop, and I really don't mind that. Also with the coal loader, it would have technically had a chute on the inside of the coal loader instead of the front, but again, it's about action, it's about fun, and seeing these different things in action, and, you know, filling up the engines with water and coal. It's just so cool. So, I'll be honest with you, I love this destination, so excited to have it again here in my collection, and I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at it today. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.